Thank you very, very much. At this point, we would love all of you to please settle down because these are the visuals and footages going live on TV3 and it must look super beautiful. So kindly settle down so we can embark on this very beautiful journey. I'll just give that 15-30 seconds and we will start. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I think we are okay to go now. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished creatives, brilliant storytellers, fearless thinkers, boundary pushers, and all of you watching us from across Africa and the rest of the world. All of you who love everything branding, advertising, and beautiful. Tonight, we are just not here to celebrate advertisement. We are here to honor artistry. We are not just here to toast campaigns, but we are here to salute boundary-breaking, culture-shifting, and soul-stirring expressions of who we are as a people and what we dare to dream. So it's not just a regular day on your calendar, no. It's not a regular Saturday night, but tonight is the night the industry dances to its own beats of brilliance. This is the 2025 Gong Gong Awards, and I think it will be a good place for us to put our hands together. Are we here tonight? If you're here, please let's give ourselves a round of applause. We're coming to you live from the beautiful, plush, elegant Labadi Beach Hotel right here in Accra. And we are also broadcasting live on the best media network in Ghana, First News Best in Entertainment, TV3. We're also across all social media platforms, so even if you're not here with us tonight in flesh and living color, you can also be a part of history, so long as you've got your devices in your hands. Moving on, we want to say a special thank you to all of our sponsors and our partners who have come aboard, and thank you so much for doing so and for shedding the spotlight on creativity and advertisement here in Ghana. Special thanks going out to Malta Guinness, Gino Jollof, Gino Classic, Club Beer, Natural Twist, and a Shell. Ladies and gentlemen, would you be kind enough to do it for our sponsors and our partners this evening? Thank you very, very much. We're not going to waste any time at all this evening. We're going straight into affairs, and if you're wondering who this young lady is, well, on any exciting stage and on every engaging TV program on TV3, everybody calls me Cookie T. And tonight, it's a privilege for me to be breathing the same air with you and to embark on this unforgettable journey of creativity, imagination, inspiration, and innovation as we disrupt and inspire. Let's move on now and to set the tone for tonight's celebration of creativity, courage, and impact. We hear from a man whose vision continues to shape and steer this great industry. Ladies and gentlemen, our president of the Advertisers Association of Ghana, with a round of applause, please let's welcome Mr. Dre Aka. Do it louder for this man. We took a break for 2 years, but we are back with a bang. We are back bigger and better. Let's do it one more time for our president, Mr. Dre Aka.
I know the theme for the dress code today was elegantly African, which creatives would describe that as meaning just wear an African cloth and just look elegant in it. But you have adorned yourself and you're now looking quintessentially African. So can you give yourselves a round of applause as you look gorgeous tonight? So before I start my speech tonight, I would like to recognize these giants of our industry on whose shoulders I stand tonight. I start with our first president, Honorable J. Oduche-Bilante, of blessed memory, Mr. Emmanuel Ado, Professor Tim Akwa-Hayford, Mr. Reginald Lai, Mrs. Nokodia, Mr. Joel Nete, Mr. Coco Mensah of blessed memory, my own godfather in the industry, and Mrs. Mansa Amwewa. Thank you for your leadership and your service to our industry. To the Deputy Minister of Trade and Agribusiness and Industry, Honorable Samson Ahi, fellow industry leaders, creatives, partners, stakeholders, and all invited guests. It is with immense pride and a renewed purpose that I welcome you all to the 17th Gong Gong Festival of Creativity and Awards. Under the invigorating theme, Disrupt and Inspire, recognizing brands and agencies that challenge norms and redefine creativity. This year marks the momentous return of the Gong Gong Awards. After a deliberate 2-year course, we have successfully refreshed, redefined, and realigned our awards to the global creativity and award standards. The art industry is changing at an unprecedented pace, driven by data, technologies such as artificial intelligence, and digital transformation. As we pursue innovation and excellence in crafting our clients' brand stories, let us be guided by our essence and uniqueness as Africans, tapping into our deep cultural truth that inspires and drives prosperity on the continent. We received a little over 250 entries, including some outstanding works that have the potential to win other continental and global awards. To the winners tonight, I say congratulations. Your work is not just a reflection of your talent and dedication, but also a testament to the power of creativity to inspire, to educate, and to transform. Your blood, sweat, and tears will be rewarded tonight. Please wear it with pride. For those who do not win any medal tonight, you are still winners for the effort and belief you had in your work. Let this inspire you to come back stronger next year. As we look forward to the future, let us remember that creativity is not just about winning awards, it's about making a difference. It's about using our talent to tell stories that need to be told, to solve problems that need to be solved, and to bring people together in ways that transcend borders and boundaries. Tonight is packed with excitement and entertainment, so let's relax and enjoy. But before I leave the stage, I have two critical issues of national importance I would like to highlight. These are, one, the menace caused by billboard erections and management of same on the streets of our cities, and two, the passing of the advertising bill of Ghana into law. Billboards and signs must be designed to complement a city's urban design and aesthetic experience, which contributes to the city's unique visual. By our estimate, 70% of billboards on our roads do not conform to the guidelines agreed by all stakeholders in the document GS 847-2019, second edition issued by the Ghana Standard Authority. Majority, and I will enhance on this, majority of the Metropolitan Municipal and District Assemblies, MMDAs, who by law are mandated to issue the requisite permits to the erection of such billboards, have unfortunately performed poorly. This has allowed nameless and faceless charlatans to clutter our cityscape with billboards that pose danger to all road users. The AAG is currently working with the National Road and Safety Authority to cure some of these anomalies. However, I am afraid that this may take a long time to execute because of the complexity of the situation and the non-commitment of the defaulting MMDAs. Hence, I am placing a passionate appeal to the President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to heed to a call to issue an executive order to halt the issuance of new permits while we find lasting solution to the new ones. It might interest you to know that the city of Lagos used a similar order in the past, which helped to clean their streets and better organize their outdoor space. Ghana can do same to remedy the situation. We are once again appealing to the President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who honed his communication credibility in this industry, to take a keen interest in the passing of the advertising bill into law. The bill in 2016 and 2024 was approved by Cabinet and laid before Parliament for reading and further deliberations. Unfortunately, both years were election years, as you know, and hence the bill did not see the light of day. The bill, when passed into law, will establish an authority that will advocate for the approved standards of advertising practice, protect vulnerable groups from exploitation, protect local industry and investors, administer punitive measures against those who flout advertising law, among others. In conclusion, I am ever inspired by industry and its inherent potential to push the boundaries of creativity and to raise the next generation of business leaders and entrepreneurs. Let us continue to innovate, to experiment, and to take risks. Let us continue to celebrate each other's successes and to support each other through tough times. I am also hopeful that our appeal to the President of the Republic will be warmly received and swiftly acted upon to yield the result that Ghana needs so badly in our industry. Thank you all and enjoy the evening.
Let's be generous with our applause for our President.
We have the first surprise of the night. This is Oscar, but I think that where Anna is, Anna must be giving. So can I have my executive director? Please come to the stage. We are going to present the first award tonight to a very special group. And as you can see, we have redefined the Gong Gong Awards and we have redesigned this new plug which looks so beautiful. This iconic plug is going to stand the test of time, and this is going to be the award for Gong Gong going forward. And on this note, we would like to welcome the winners of the competition for this, which is results advertising. So results, if you're here, we honor you for crafting this beautiful iconic plug for the Gong Gong Awards, and we want you to be the ones to receive the first Gong Gong for tonight. And we say thank you, and you go for a great job now.
Alright, and that's the very first one going out tonight. Congratulations to you. Let's be generous with our applause tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Congratulations, the very first one of the night going out. Alright. With that said, next we hear from a dynamic woman whose leadership just doesn't set the targets, but it sets the tone as well. Ladies and gentlemen, her vision goes beyond the screens and signals to touch lives and shape narratives. One more time before I call her on the stage, let's appreciate our sponsors again. Malta Guinness, Gino Jollof, Gino Classic, Club Beer, Natural Twist, Shell, and then MTN. MTN has a message for us. Alright, whilst we wait for that, ladies and gentlemen, the dynamic and unstoppable group CEO of Media General, Madame Beatrice Aju. Please turn your attention to the screen.
Good evening, distinguished guests, creative minds, partners, and trailblazers. They say creativity sells, but in our industry, credibility sells longer. And tonight, I speak not just as Group CEO of Media General, but as a partner who understands the weight our advertisers carry. We don't just air your campaigns, we multiply their reach, energize your brands, and help turn bold ideas into business results. That's not rhetoric, it's what the data says. In 2024, TV3 alone averaged over 3.5 million impressions and delivered a record-breaking share of audience during prime time, securing its position as Ghana's most watched station for 6 consecutive years. This is evidenced by TV3's unmatched digital dominance, leading with the highest number of followers and subscribers across Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube. So when we say Media General is your partner, we don't mean just during invoice season. We mean the planning rooms, the deadlines, the pivots, and the pressure. We've walked this journey since almost 3 decades, and still we are just getting started. This year at Media General, we are not just upgrading platforms, we are upgrading purpose. We are leveraging audience, intelligence, and multi-platform integration to ensure that every campaign we carry doesn't just appear but performs. This can't be our effort alone. Across the media landscape, we all have a duty to evolve. It's time for media houses, traditional and digital, to shift from being mere carriers of ads to becoming partners in outcomes. That means deeper audience insights, more immersive formats, real-time reporting, and a fierce commitment to helping advertisers and clients win. Looking ahead, the future belongs to media brands that are not only storytellers, but solution builders, those who match creativity with clarity and innovation with impact. In my experience, one thing has stood out. Creativity that merely pleases will be forgotten, but creativity that dares to understand is the kind that lingers. Tonight, let's not just chase attention, let's earn connection and deliver results that stand the test of time. Thank you and congratulations to every industry player that chose to be brave instead of safe. Ayoko.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's been disrupting and inspiring. Please, my next 6 months' salary depends on this applause. Give it up one more time for our group CEO, the best media network in Ghana, Media General. Oh, that was just for 1 month. Can I have it for the rest of the year, please? My salary depends on this one. If you do want me to eat, do it one more time for our group CEO. And forgive me for being biased. Yes, I work for the best network in the country. Hello. All right, moving on this evening, we have another goodwill message. He is actually our special guest of honor. He is the Deputy Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry. This evening, he is here on behalf and representing the Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the podium Honorable Samson Ahi. Please be generous with your applause. Let's encourage him as he walks out the stage. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
The chairperson of the Advertising Association of Ghana, distinguished advertising professionals and creatives, captains of the industry, development partners, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to everyone. It is a great honor to join you tonight as the special guest of honor for this year's Gong Gong Festival of Creativity and Awards, a celebration of innovation, impact, and the powerful fusion of commerce and creativity. Let me begin by commending the Advertising Association of Ghana for once again creating a national platform to spotlight the brilliant minds and transformative brands that fuel our economy through communication, storytelling, and strategic insights. Advertising, without question, is a vital pillar of Ghana's economic development beyond the grades of billboards and television spots. The advertising industry is a dynamic driver of consumer demand, brand development, job creation, and government revenue generation. It sits at the very intersection of culture and commerce. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, estimate shows that the advertising sector contributes over 2.5 billion annually to Ghana's GDP through direct spending on media placements, production, creative services, and agency operations. But the indirect impact is even more profound. Advertising amplifies the success of virtually every other sector, from agriculture to fintech, health to fashion, manufacturing to services, by creating visibility, shaping consumer preferences, and stimulating economic activity. More importantly, this industry offers employment opportunities to tens of thousands of Ghanaians. Young creatives strategists, writers, media planners, technologists, and artisans. In a country where youth unemployment remains a challenge, the advertising sector offers a pathway for skills development, innovation, and entrepreneurship. However, I must acknowledge that even as we celebrate, we must also confront certain systematic challenges, particularly within the outdoor advertising space. The current unregulated proliferation of billboards, especially in our major cities like Accra and Kumasi, is not only a visual blight, but a public safety and urban planning concern. The irregular erection of billboards, often without permits or in environmentally unsafe zones, undermines the professionalism of your industry and poses a danger to the very citizens you seek to reach. To this end, government is not turning a blind eye. I want to assure you, the AAG, and all stakeholders present, that the advertising bill, which has been under review for some time, will be reintroduced to Parliament. We are all committed to providing a modern, legal, and regulatory framework that will not only sanitize the industry, but elevates it to international standards. The bill will cover key areas, including licensing and regulation of practitioners and agencies. The bill will also cover standardization of outdoor advertising structures, enforcement of ethical codes and consumer protection, promotion of Ghanaian content and local talents. As a Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, we see advertising not just as a creative tool, but as a strategic economic enabler. And as such, it must be protected, regulated, and empowered to thrive. In the same way, we approach manufacturing, commerce, and industrialization. Let me conclude by reminding all of us that the theme for this year, Disrupt,